Arsenal was a team in topsy-turvy in 6 and 7 until Mikel Arteta walked into summer training in December 2019 and everything changed. He brought everybody on board. The fans were in disarray. But somehow today we're all speaking in unison. But the only thing that banter rivals will banter us with is you aren't winning title. But it's going to happen. When we recall back, Man City, it took them 50 years to notch a Premier League title. And the same Liverpool that are becoming title contenders now took them 30 solid years to become champions in England. And the Magpies, Newcastle, it took them close to 68 years for them to win the first major title. And yet, they've been able to notch a lot of good, formidable players from Alan Shearer to Kenny Dalglish and the rest of them. But somehow, Mikel Arteta has brought some level of formidability at the Arsenal training ground. And now, Arsenal has rekindled that pageant of being a family club. No doubt, you can't take that away. And that's why banter rivals, they hate to love us, they love to hate us. Welcome to another beautiful edition of Arsenal Fans Beat, brought to you by Arsenal Fans. On this edition, I have a debutant on the show. Order, Dan, Ahoa, Mohammed. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
So today we're going to be looking at our darling Arsenal. They say we're not winning titles, but somehow we've been able to notch in one FA Cup, 2 Community Shield under Mikel Arteta. And we now have a playing identity. Under Emery, I used to say, we lost our identity. I could see an Arsenal team that couldn't notch 5 straight passes without we stumbling. Our defense were in disarray on how the likes of Mustafi and Socrates and the rest of them. Sometimes then, when you sit back and watch Arsenal, is in pain. But somehow, they will always say, when you love Arsenal, you can't unlove Arsenal. Today, we're going to be looking at what we have at hand. And let us know if Mikel Arteta is that man that will take us to the promised land.
All right, thank you very much. Like you're just saying, Arsenal is for some of us, like we'll say, do or die. I mean, till
I die.
You know, Arsenal
till I die, because it runs through our veins.
Our veins, sure thing. So no matter the weather, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so talking of Arteta, like in your introduction about what he's done, you know, taking the team from, you know, Unai Emery's time, I believe, for me, like, I was a critic in the first place, bringing in Arteta, who was an apprentice coach. To, yes, definitely should so, because, yeah, I saw him play football before becoming a coach, and an apprentice
under
coach.
Pep Guardiola.
Yes, you know, coming to take over a whole team like Arsenal. You know, I was like, no, I am not sure.
And this guy can take my team
definitely
to the promised land.
The promised land at that point, yes. But a few years later, or even in his first year, 2019-2020 season, we saw something. The FA Cup came, yeah. So it tells you,
he did not just win those trophies with low teams.
Yes.
Key players: Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, so I started gaining the confidence in him and say, okay, maybe this guy has inculcated some skills from Pep Guardiola, yeah? And so indeed, he proved that. But yeah, the team Arsenal has been struggling, and we needed that messiah like him to bring the team together again, bring in quality players and bringing in, you want to say, structure and a lot of gimmicks that's needed in the game. I think he brought that over the last 4 years or 5, so to speak. But now that we've got all what we needed,
the ingredient needed.
Yes, the ingredient is another big question again. You know, I am a fan, but as an analyst as well, I look at things, you know, either ways.
From the two sides.
Definitely, two sides of the coin. I want to say, okay, now, this is 2025-2026 season. Here is Arteta, who has been behind the champion for, you know, 3 consecutive seasons now. I believe we need to give him that time, this season, for instance, no matter what may have come, but I am expecting much from him, and that with the material, because the way I saw him play few years to this point, I was like, if he has the materials, and now he has them, and we just saw 4 games already in the opening of the season. He's done well in 2 matches of the 4, and the
By
2
your,
matches.
by your own reckoning.
Yes, for my reckoning, yes. Even though the last match on Saturday, there were some other issues, but you want to say because of the team we played
right,
which has never win a match at the Emirates for the last 36 years, so to speak. So you want to say, okay, tradition and what have you. But overall, I think he should be the Messiah to take us to that promised land that we want to see, the Premier League in the Emirates, and of course the Champions League and other trophies as well. Yeah.
He should be and must be the Messiah to take us through the Premier League title and the Champions League. But now the question here is, in the time past, we had this issue of the fact that the Cronkies were not supporting him. And I'm one of those on the bandwagon of asking the Cronkies to leave our darling club, because I always believe that they are not ambitious enough. And I can give you a couple of examples. Look at club size like Man City. They were nowhere before where Arsenal is. Even the so-called Chelsea today. It is because a club, an owner, chose to start spending money that brought them to where they are. Even United, that we're talking about the Glazers family. So that's why sometimes when United fans, they come and they say the Glazers ain't doing it. I feel, look, you guys are buying players. Even though the Glazers buy for commercial value to sell merchandise and all this and make more money. But the fact is that they're spending money.
Yeah.
Newcastle, the same thing, they're spending money. So I'm one of those that was on the bandwagon of criticizing the Cronkies. I was not even criticizing Arteta for anything. Yes, some people will say that Arteta is stubborn, but yes, he's stubborn. But now I've come to that point where I feel that you've gotten the ingredients. It is left for you to deliver the goods. Now they say, to whom much is given, much is expected. We started the 2025-2026 season. I must tell you as a fan, as a die-hard fan, that I aren't convinced. I've not seen... I'm one of those that looking at our team, the overall depth of our team, I say, look, we are going to win the Premier League and the Champions League. And I say, look, I put a mark here on the table. I say, if Arteta doesn't win the Premier League title, it must be the Champions League. I don't want to hear FA Cup. I don't want to see Carabao Cup. But these are the 2 titles, major titles that I need him to nick. But from the 4 matches we've played so far, I must tell you that I'm still not convinced. And I want you to look at, want us to look at this perspective. I'm not convinced. Somehow, from what you said before I interjected, is that you are convinced, you're happy with the progression and all that. How do you think we can build on the the current team that we have and take it to the next level? Because I made mention of something in one of our shows, that we must have the audacity to go to any ground and negotiate a victory. And we ain't doing that. I saw us go to Anfield and we played with a handbrake. That breaks my heart, because the Reds, Liverpool, they were there for the taking. We played good for the 5 minutes, which has never been done before by any club side at Anfield. We played, we took them, we held them spellbound. Second half, we just still played with the same way, playing 3 DMs rather than coming to take the game to them. You could see the last 15 minutes of that game. Liverpool were on their edge. It was only one super strike that decided it. So let us look at it now in wholesome platform. Where do you think we are going to with this current squad?
Yeah, well, the anticipation is we're going to the Premier League to clinch it first off, and the Champions League. Yes, with this current squad, yes, because in and out with the previous players, I mean the old players that have been in the team to the added ones. I don't want to compare Arsenal to any other team currently in the English Premier League. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, that's it. And then with the inclusion of players like Eze, Gyökeres, who is a goal poacher, a natural one as that. And we have our boys from the academy who has goes through the ranks now. Ethan Waneri, you see,
Miles Lewis Kelly.
You know Miles Lewis Kelly. Even at 15 years old, you know Max Dorman now is proving a point. Yes, and bringing in the much criticized signing of the season, Madueke is proving a point. And so all of these players go to the back, Hincapi and Musquera. I mean, I can tell you I didn't miss Saliba on Saturday at all.
Me too.
And so with these players, I am very confident. I'm just thinking that our last match at the Champions League with PSG, if we would have got Gyökeres and Eze in that match,
it would have been a different ball game.
Donnarumma would have said other thing, but he couldn't have got all those saves he got both first and the second leg that prevented us from, getting them out of the competition. But like you're saying, you're not convinced. At some point, I am not 100% with regards the coach and his team, because you'll have the material, but how to use the material will be the problem.
Issue, right?
Yes, and I think that is what we saw even the Liverpool match, even the second 45, where you talked about the 3 DMs. You cannot use those players in a match like Liverpool, because you tried in the first 45, you tried, it didn't work, no goal, because the players will want to sit back, and I saw them in the second 45. They were coming back as if Arteta was telling them, we need just the point. Yes, and that's exactly what I saw before that Szoboszlai's kick to bring them the 3 points. Yeah, so you cannot play like that with the materials you're having.
Yeah.
You cannot.
I describe it as criminal, fraudulent.
It is definitely.
Yeah.
And just I was following your previous show. I mean, I am also not in support of having the two Spanish midfielders and having Rice in that middle of Arsenal in a match.
Like you have all the bullets and you are just wasting them.
Zubimendi, Merino, and Rice playing that now. I am not in support of that, formation, and that's why, in fact, I was just wondering as to why he does that in that match. And again, look at Merino even in the Saturday's match. I was thinking he's using Merino and trying to see how Odegaard could play it. Merino play the free man role, which to me, that is what I saw him do for Spain.
Yeah.
If you want to, because I was not even expecting him on Saturday, but I know because maybe what he did on, their last match during the international break, but that is what I was expecting. Because you cannot have, yes, it happens, they can play well. You have a 10 and 8 winger, 10 and 8 midfielder who plays 8 and 10, they all are left footers. There's a problem. That is what I learned over the years.
That's true.
Yes, that's a problem.
Yeah.
You could have a number 8 who is a right footer, and then you have the 10 who is a left footer, as the case may be. Then I think that works well for me. That's why I was even expecting when Odegaard was out, okay, you could bring in a flanker, Trossard or Martinelli, to come occupy Eze's position and Eze to sit in that 10 position.
That was what I also expected.
Definitely, so with these materials, I think these are some of the antics we needed Arteta to incorporate into the whole thing. And if we got all this right, definitely nothing will stop us from winning the English Premier League and even the Champions League.
Okay. If Arteta gets all his antics correctly with the depth of players at his disposal, then nothing is going to stop us from winning the Premier League and the Champions League. You heard it from Howard. But the trouble that I've faced, that Arsenal fans are facing globally, is that we're playing without fluidity. You have players at your disposal. Mm-hmm. But it's like we're confused on what to do with the players.
Yeah.
So how do we get out of this malady? Because the Premier League is a tough competition.
Oh.
This is a competition where you are not given an opportunity. And now, if you don't take time, you will just see yourself fizzling out.
Mm-hmm.
Already, you see we're beginning to separate the chaff from the wheat now. With the way the games are going. And it's going thick and fast. So, going forward, how do you think that the Mikel Arteta can correct this? How do you think he can utilize these players? Because one of the things that we are facing is that we've not been able to get a formidable 11.
Yeah.
That this is our true 11. That if Eze goes out, this person can come in. But just having is like, we're still using these
Taking
matches
the
as a preseason,
Yeah.
testing players in positions. So what do we expect our coaching crew to do?
Yeah, well, I think to answer this question, I will want to just even look at what I am expecting Arteta to do. He started doing that. I don't know. Maybe he has got his reasons as to why he decided to put Rice on the bench. But that was a very good decision as well to do.
Yes, I also spoke about he being ruthless. But and now the second question I'm going to ask you while you're answering this is: do you think he can be ruthless enough to look at our captain in the eyes and say, "I'm going to bench you in this match"?
And that's the point I am coming from. I mean, that I am coming to, because yeah, if you can bench Rice and believe that Merino can fit in that position, why not bench the captain and say, okay, you Eze or Ethan Nwaneri, who is also very, very trusted. Just look at when he came in. You could not miss, I mean, the captain at all. And so if you can do that, trust you me, I mean, we can get it right. Again, if I am to be the coach for Arsenal, the 11, the full 11 that you're talking about is already there. You just need to be very, very ruthless on that, and game in, game out, assess your players and say, okay, now captain, you are the number 10 here, but because of you didn't prove well during this match today, let's have one play here. Tomorrow, next match, we have Saka now and Madueke. Okay, Madueke, you have your role, you're playing in that wing, and Saka's got his. But now, looking at, I mean, my judgment from the previous matches, Saka, you sit and Madueke starts. All right? But definitely, squad depth, most times that is what happens. I saw squad depth a few years back, but I cannot recall during the Invisible, I mean, coming to having, players like, Fabregas among other midfielders in that middle of the pack. Wenger will want to say, okay, let me do this, let me do that. But for this, I mean, it is not really too hard to have your 11 players who will start a match and, have the 5 or 4.
And they play consistently.
Definitely who you think will be like super sub. Yes, I mean, for as far as Arsenal team is concerned right now, yes. Even though I know he's finding it very, very difficult right now, especially for Eze. Eze, for me, he's just trying to tell these guys what they're supposed to be doing in that wing, but that's not in that wing position 11. But that's not his place. He's just telling them. Like Martinelli now, you've been there for over time, but when you are with the ball,
still the same ball.
I mean, you like now you want me to like face the camera, then I start facing. That's what I see Martinelli do.
Like that.
You're going to the player to take on him.
That's a good one.
Trust you me. And so Eze, you see what Eze is doing.
Going direct.
So he's there to teach them. Hey Eze, I mean Martinelli, I have to come to my number 10 position where he will be the distributor for all. The good thing, he can play for, both left and right. He will want to distribute right, left, among others. So that's why I said that's his position. And at some point, you will see Arteta using the captain, the eighth position.
I think that would be most ideal.
Yes.
Most ideal.
Yes, that is. I mean, because let's watch him pick the team, the Manchester City match. I saw Manchester City, they're back. And so...
Do you truly believe that Man City is back?
Yes.
I don't believe. I think it's because of the position they met. Because I still see, just like I said, I'm not convinced with Arsenal with the way we're playing. I still see a lot of yawning gap. The only thing that is going to make them a bit formidable is the presence of Donnarumma. Other than that, they're in 6 and 7. United were not at their best because Amorim chose to play with a handbrake. If they're taking that game to City, they would have. There's no way they would have lost that match. City are fragile. Because look at the way Doku was just entering. Normally, how would you allow Doku? How would you even allow him to be doing all those flattering display and it was so awful. That's Amorim's issue. But if City plays the way they play against United, against us, we're going to drill them.
No, I understand. I mean, Arsenal is not united, but City are coming back. That is what I will assure you. You find out Ugarte cannot play because the old best is back at Manchester City. You not see him doing his dirty work, but definitely when he's there.
Anyways,
anyways, so I'm definitely, as a fan, one of my assessment for Arteta is that match.
Okay, good.
Yes.
It's good that I just brought it up.
Yeah.
We've spoken about Arteta tenure and the things he ought to do. Arsenal will be coming up against Man City. We want to look at how Arsenal is going to line up against Man City. Because that's the match where the schoolboy is going to be playing against the teacher. Arteta is the schoolboy and Pep is the teacher. Now is the battle of wits between the schoolboy and the master. So, looking at the way City played against United, do you think that City has what it takes to take down this star-studded Arsenal team?
Well, like I was saying, they're back, yes, and they've got stars as well, yes. From that, they are attacking as always, and the midfield. Just skeptical a bit with the defense because I know we were once there, and in our second leg last season we trashed them, But the way I saw them play, remember, United was a very strong side when they played against City, and they defeated them. I believe those are just technical blunders from the coach. I agree with you. But Man City and Arsenal match will be a match to reckon with. It's a match to watch. And the prediction for me, we just expect Arteta to, what we just said just now, that to get his antics right. All right? Forget star-studded. I mean, if we take our star-studded to Anfield and we couldn't do something.
You go play with a handbrake. You don't play those teams and you play with fear.
So fine.
And they are coming to Emirates, right?
No, we're going
to the Etihad. Yeah.
So
it's gonna be another tough battle.
So you just talk about the teacher and the people or student. You'll be saying, I'm going to play with my teacher and I copied all these antics from him. He might have more. Arteta will want to go sit back. We dare him not.
Okay, now looking at the team so far, let's look at the defense of Man City, where they have Abdul Qadir. Abdul Qadir is a suspect. That guy, the way he tackles, he flies into tackles, is like the Lenny hero of United. He was lucky against United not to have earned the red card. And I believe that if Eze or Noni Madueke take the ball direct to him, Arsenal is going to get a penalty. The middle pack of
Max Dorman.
the middle pack of their defense isn't good at the moment.
Yeah,
isn't good. Even with Aureli playing at the right back, they're still not formidable. Where they seems to have some level of brilliance is the presence of Rodri.
Yeah.
But I believe that having Zubimendi will help to nullify Rodri.
Not just Rodri in that.
Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo Silva is playing at the corner. I mean,
is it Czechie?
No, the breaches ball. Phil Foden.
Foden has not been that formidable.
Well,
the opportunity he got in notching that goal was because that's my problem with United. How could you have started that game and leaving a Maguire on the bench and you're playing Lenny Euro? Look at the yawning gap. The guy was just in between them and had to look at the way he needed to twist his head to head that. I don't know watching him.
No, he's back.
It's all blunders from them. I don't think a Mosquera or Gabriel Magalhaes will allow that.
Yeah, I know because just we saw Gabriel and Haaland. Haaland was nowhere to be found.
So now and we have a Mosquera because I saw an Ekitike against Mosquera trying to razzle. The guy remained unfazed and he was playing his first competitive match in the Premier League at Anfield. So I don't see them. See, what I see is if we're going to lose that match, pardon, it's going to be on Arteta's shoulder. If he goes to play with a handbrake, you can't have an Eberecheze. You leave him and play in the wrong position. Either you bring him Trossard in that game and put Eberecheze on the 10, put one. I mean, what's his name? Madueke on the 7, and leave Victor Gyökeres. Give him the service. If they give Victor Gyökeres a service, he will deliver. That was what was the difference with Haaland. They were just giving him service.
Yeah.
They put the cherry on the cake. Guy, go and finish the job. So that's what we need to do. That's why I am worried that, and that's the only reason why I feel that I'm not convinced about our team yet, despite the fact that we're notching victory. But we need to play to the strength of our striker. Once we're able to play to the strength of our striker, the rest is history because we have a striker. Look at that half pass that Madueke gave him. He hit the bar from a tight angle.
Yeah. So like you're saying, we needed that is a number 10 player who is not dancing with the ball that much.
Okay.
When he holds it.
So we need Eze.
The right person.
We need Eze that is not dancing with the ball too much. So going forward, I just need us to look at selecting your 11. You are Mikel Arteta now.
Okay.
So you're going to select your 11 for that match to face Man City at Anfield, at Etihad. So let us see what you're going to come up with your formidable team and you give us your scoreline prediction. So let's start from the goalposts.
The goalposts, of course, Raya.
Okay.
Yes, so 4 and 5. Of course, I don't know, Saliba will be okay in that match.
Would you want Saliba to start that match, leaving out Mosquera? I know Saliba should be back.
Yes.
Should be fit.
Yes, definitely.
So,
Saliba and Gabriel should start that match.
Okay.
Yes, you have Timber
on the right side.
And
Calafiori.
Calafiori.
Cala has scored a goal against
Okay.
And he's in his moment now.
No problem.
He's in his moment both for club and country.
Okay, Calafiori.
I'm not forcing you to take him.
It's okay. I understand. He's got his quality. Yes, so 6, of course, Zubi.
Okay.
8. Kape.
Martin Odegaard. Why?
Yes, because I want Eze to sit there. The 10. Or Martin Odegaard will wait, Rise. You use Zubi, Rise, and Eze.
Okay. So select one now. There's no or.
Okay. Yes. I mean, let's have Rise start that match.
Okay.
In the 8th position. Eze 10. Then Kape. The captain will be like the third coach for that for the first 45.
That's if he's able to come back from his shoulder injury.
All right, so fine. So let's watch that. And the corners, of course, we have. I still
on
want
the right wing.
I still want to the right wing.
Who are you going to play there? Madueke or Waneri?
Oops. Well, Madueke.
Okay.
Then we have Martinelli.
This guy don't spoil everything.
Martinelli to start.
What are you saying? No.
Now.
Why?
Good.
Tell the viewers. Tell viewers why you need Martinelli
to start. Fine. Eze is still on that pitch. That's one. Trossard will have to come as a super sub. Martinelli is not coming as a super sub in any match I know. So instead, you start him. He might have that first 45-minute spirit against a big team.
So
that's what I just wanted
just
to
round
see.
Off. Let me react to that.
I just want to see that. All right, it is possible he could not play well. Okay, but here is a Martinelli who most times proves himself in this, with this against this big 4, big 5 teams.
Okay, your striker now for the game.
Of course, the goal poacher.
And
interestingly, I want to see that day Haaland and Gyökeres who scores. more
So it's going to be
the
battle
other.
of Gyökeres
Yes, and now
Ireland.
he has scored like 2 goals ahead of him, and he himself will want to go score 2 goals against him.
Okay. So your scoreline prediction for the match?
Scoreline. In as much as I believe in Raya on his clean sheet stuff, yeah. Again, they have it on Aroma. So I would say it's a 2-0 or 3-1 against City.
You're still in awe. You're sitting on the fence.
2-0.
Okay.
I believe in my defense and my goalkeeper. It's a 2-0 match.
Okay, viewers, you heard it from Hawa Mohammed. He said it's a 2-0 match.
Yeah.
But I have
something
an
different
objection from his lineup, his selection.
My lineup.
Yes. The moment he mentioned Martinelli, I have this, I don't know. Martinelli has been a good servant for Arsenal. He has done well. And you cannot take away the fact that his defense contribution when Arsenal is playing is top-notch. But we have a problem with this consistent way of trying to force his way to dribble an opponent that he doesn't have an end product and not changing it. And Martinelli has his blueprints on the fact that we did not defeat PSG. In the first leg, in the second leg, you kept trying to dribble Hakimi. It's not happening. Change. You had an opportunity. You had 2 scoring opportunities in the game. In the first leg, he fluffed his line. Those were the same opportunity that the rest of Douay had for PSG, and they notched it in the match against Inter Milan in the finals. So I don't want to see Martinelli on our team for now. He can come in as a substitute if possible. I want to see a Trossard that is a sniper in the team. Trossard is not that player that plays that entertaining football, but you can be rest assured that when he has the opportunity, he will shoot. He's that player that is willing to take shot at any place, and he can give his passes. Put him in that, let him start, let him fluff his line, then you can bring in a Martinelli if possible. Every other selection you've made, I'm comfortable with it. But Martinelli, I don't want to see him start. So Martinelli killed us against United. The only time we had a breakaway in that match where United couldn't allow us to breathe, Martinelli fluffed his line. Yeah. Against these guys, Liverpool at Anfield, it was the same thing. He's not changing from the same player that he is. I watched him play for Brazil at the recent, qualifiers. It's the same way. So you are not changing.
So in as much as I'm a fan here predicting the lineup, I'm also considering what Arteta might think. That's why you see I'm calling.
So that is why we are going to ask for Arteta out right. Now. I love Arteta.
I am telling you.
If he doesn't win a trophy this season, I'll be the first to call for his head.
You and I will want to say Martinelli should have gone, in fact.
Yes. I honestly wanted him to go.
Thank you. So have you been thinking why Arteta wanted him at Arsenal? Not to be sitting in that bench. The only thing, if he will be sitting if he continue using Eze, then we have his wing.
We have a problem then. We're not. Then it means that we're not ready to grow.
Well, let's see. That's why I'm saying now. The league just started, and Manchester City is one of the matches that we're assessing Arteta. You know, we've seen him with Manchester United and Liverpool. We have a reservation of which he did little or nothing better as expected from him. Yes. So let's see what he could bring for us.
Okay, let us see what he's going to bring for us, because Man City match is a tough match. It's one of those top matches that Arsenal need to win. This has been on this edition of Arsenal Fans Beat. Don't forget to follow us, to like, to share, to subscribe. Follow us on all our social media handles on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And I want to ask Awa Mohammed, because you're going to see more of him on the show now. One last message to the fans.
Yes, well, so the fans across the globe, you know, Arsenal forever. In fact, that's why I like our anthem so much. Everything in that anthem was thought of. Yes, so I mean, there is more hope than ever before. Like I was talking to a colleague fan that the confidence I'm having on the team now, I didn't have it like 10 years ago. Yes, you know, so definitely the ball is in the court of the coach. That's just it. It's in his court, and as well as the sporting director, who's also has got some say, and is proven to us that he should be trusted. Considering these few improvements, especially in terms of players and all. So I tell you, let's keep supporting the team and let's support whatever the team does, and let's continue to condemn the bad things we see.
Okay.
That's also very, very important.
Okay,
Because if we keep quiet, I think we don't want to see changes.
Okay, you've heard it from Mohammed. The truth is, from what he said, is keep supporting the team. Don't forget to criticize the team when they're not doing well. But the key word is loving and supporting the team.
Yeah.
And that's the same way we're calling upon you. You, every subscriber that spend your hard-earned money to buy data, to watch our shows. It is because of you that we are where we are today. We want to grow better. We want to serve you better. So love us, subscribe, and keep sharing until come your way again.
Oops,
you want to say something?
Yes, I almost forgot. We have a meeting, Arsenal family Sierra Leone.
Okay.
We have a meeting on Sunday, 21st of this September 2025, just after the Manchester City match. We want to go sit and continue to plan how we will continue to support this team.
Okay.
So, check us right there at Negus Nagas, Culture Radio Compound, 210 Regent Highway, Grafton. You'll meet us there at 2:30 p.m.
So you've heard it from Mohammed. So all you need to do after the match, just go there and show love. Yeah. Because if you love this badge, you can't unlove Arsenal. Sure. Until we come your way again, don't forget that this is the Arsenal fans beat. Come on, you Gunners!